Hello everyone, in this episode of third person series I'm going to show you how to create a reloading system like this in Unreal Engine 5. And as you can see, this is final result of this tutorial. Alright, first I'm going to create a new input for reloading. So from edit tab I open project settings, and from input section I add a new action mapping and I name it reload. And for key binding I select R button. Now I'm going to create a new enumeration for my ammo type. So here inside my weapon folder I right click, and from blueprint section I create a new enumeration and I name it ammo type unknown. Alright, now I open this enumeration and now I add 3 enumerators. I name first one none, second one pistol, and the third one rifle. Now I can assign different type of ammos to different type of weapons. Okay, now I save and close this enumeration. Now I open my weapon structure and here I create a new variable and I name it ammo type. And for variable type I select my ammo type enumeration. Alright, now I save and close this structure. Now I open my master weapon class and here inside construction script, as you can see I have created this set member in weapon struct. So I select this node and I check this ammo type and I connect this one to here. Alright, now I compile and close this master weapon class. Now I open my weapon system component and here I create a new variable and I name it ammo type dash max ammo. Alright, and for variable type I select my ammo type enumeration. Now I compile and here in variable type I set the type to map. Here I select map. Now I compile again and here I add some default values. I set first one to pistol and second one to rifle, and here I can add a value in type of integer to any type of ammo. So for pistol I set 120 and this will be the maximum ammo of pistol. For rifle I set it to 360, so my character can hold up to 120 pistol ammo and 360 rifle ammo. Alright, now I compile and now I run the game, and as you can see here I have this weapon HUD that shows current ammo and mag size that I created in previous episode. Now I'm going to make some changes inside this HUD and I'm going to replace this mag size with maximum ammo. Alright, now I open weapon HUD folder and here I open my weapon HUD widget. I have this text block right here which is binded to mag size variable. So I first remove this binding, and while this text block is selected I click on this icon and click on create binding. Alright, Now I drag and drop my player ref variable, which is a reference to character blueprint, my character blueprint. So now I drag a node and search for get weapon system component. This weapon system component holds lots of variables and functions related to weapon system. Now from this weapon system component, I search for my max ammo type dash max ammo variable. Now here I drag a node and search for find, and I connect this output which is in type of integer to here. Alright, now I should insert a type to this input. So from weapon system component, I drag a node and search for in hand weapon. This variable is actually the weapon which is equipped by character, and it is in type of my master weapon class. I created all of these functionalities in previous episodes. Alright, now I drag a node from here and search for weapon struct, get weapon struct. Now I drag a node from here and break weapon struct, and I connect ammo type to here. Alright, now I compile. Now I should assign ammo type to my weapons. First I open this AK-47 from assault rifle folder, and here I search for ammo type and I set it to rifle. And now I open one of my pistol weapons, for example this Mac 10, and here I search for ammo type and I set it to pistol. Alright, now I compile and run the game. Now I pick up this AK, and as you can see, I can see the maximum ammo in my weapon HUD, which is 360, and also current ammo. Now I open my character blueprint, which in this case is BP underscore third person character, and here inside this graph aim dash shoot that I have added all of functionalities of aiming and shooting. Now I'm going to add my reloading functionalities in this graph. So here I right click and search for my reload input that I created in the beginning of this episode. Now I drag a node and add a branch node, and first I'm going to check that my character is in attacking state or not. So I drag and drop is attacking boolean, and now I drag a node and search for not boolean and connect it here. Okay, now I drag and drop my weapon system component here. Now I get my in-hand weapon. Now I drag a node and add an isValid node, isValid macro, and connect it to true section. And here actually I check that my rifle has any weapon equipped or not. Okay, now I compile here and close this blueprint. Now I open my master weapon blueprint, this one. I open event graph. Here I find some free space, and here I right click and add a new custom event, and I name it reload event. Here I drag a node and add play sound 2D, and I promote this input to a variable and I name it reload sound. So now you can assign different reloading sound effect to different weapons. Reload sound. Alright. Now I drag a node and search for play anim montage. But I think I should grab my character reference, this one, this reference to my character blueprint, and now play anim montage connected here, and I also promote this one to a variable and I name it reload animation. Alright. Now I drag a node and add a delay node, and I also promote this duration input to a variable and I name it reload time. Now I compile and set default value of this variable to, for example, 1 second. Alright, now I create a new function and I name it set bullet and reload. Alright, I'm sorry. Here I drag a node and add a branch node, and here first I get my character reference variable here, and I drag a node and search for weapon system component. Get weapon system component, and from here I drag a node and search for my ammo type dash max ammo variable, and now I drag a node from here and search for find this one here, and okay, now I get my weapon extract, drag and drop it here, drag a node, click on break weapon extract and connect my ammo type to here, and now I drag a node from here, this integer value, and add a greater node, and I'm going to check that I'm sorry, my maximum ammo is greater than 0, and I connect it here, and I also drag a node from this magazine size and subtract it by this one, and I promote this output to a local variable, and I name this local variable ammo needed to reload. Alright, now from here I drag a node and I add another branch node, and here I'm going to check that needed ammo to reload is lesser than maximum ammo or not. So here I get my weapon structure, drag a node and search for break weapon extract, and here again I get a copy of these three nodes and paste it here. Now I drag a node and search for find, and I connect this ammo type to here. Now I get my ammo needed to reload and drag a node and search for less equal node and connect this one to here, and I connect this to condition of this branch. Alright, so here I check that ammo needed to reload is less equal to total ammo, maximum ammo, or not. Alright, now here first I drag and drop my weapon extract here. Weapon extract, where is it? Okay, weapon extract, I get it here. Now I drag a node and search for brick weapon extract, and I also drag another node and search for set members in weapon extract. Alright, and I connect this true part of branch to here. Now again I get a copy of these three nodes and paste them here. Alright, now I drag a node from this ammo type max ammo and search for find, and I also from here I connect ammo type to here. Now I drag a node and add this add node and add it to current ammo. Now I select this set member and click on, I check this current ammo right here and connect it to here. Okay, now from here this variable I drag a node and search for add map and connect it to here, and I also connect this type to this ammo type, and this one should be set to 0. So I drag him here. Alright, so if the needed ammo to reload be lesser than maximum ammo, the maximum ammo will be set to 0 and all of the ammo will be added to this current ammo. Alright, now for false part, again I drag and drop my weapon extract. I get my weapon extract here. First I drag a node and search for break weapon extract and also set members in weapon extract. Alright, and connect it to false part. Now I again get a copy of these three nodes and paste them here. Now I drag a node and search for add. Alright, and connect it to here. And for this ammo type, I connect it to this ammo type here, and from this find right here I drag a node and add a subtract node and subtract it by this ammo needed to reload, this local variable, and I connect it to here. And also I select this set member in weapon extract, and I check mag size and current ammo and connect it to here, mag size and current ammo. Alright, I know this function is very messy and complicated, but don't worry, I share all of these nodes with you in the comment section. In first comments, I'm gonna copy the link of all of these nodes, so don't worry about that. Okay, now I compile and go back to event graph, and I drag and drop this function and connect it to this delay node, and I also create a new variable in type of boolean, and I name it is reloading. Now I drag and get a setter of this variable, and I set it to false here. Alright, now I compile, and here right below this event I create another custom event, and I name it reload input. Alright, now I get my weapon extract, get it here. I drag a node and search for get brick weapon extract. First I'm going to check that this current ammo is not equal to 0. So here I drag a node and search for not equal, and here not equal to 0, and I drag a node here, connect it to here. Alright, now I drag a node from true part and I add another branch node, and again I get my weapon structure, brick weapon extract, and now I'm going to check that mag size and current ammo are not equal. I get drag a node from mag size, again I add not equal node and connect current ammo. I check that this mag size and current ammo are not equal, and connect it here. Now here I drag another branch node, drag a node and add another branch node, and now I get my easy reloading boolean and check that it is not true, it is false. Actually I drag and add a not boolean node and connect it here. Okay, now again I get a setter of this is reloading variable, and here I set it to true, and finally I drag a node and here I call my reload event. This is actually a message to this event. Alright, now here I am going to create another custom event. So here I right click and add a new custom event, and I name it auto reload. Alright, first I get my player reference variable. Here I drag a node and search for weapon system component, and I drag a node from here and get my ammo type dash max ammo variable. Now I drag a node and search for find node. Alright, now I get my weapon structure, brick it here, and now I connect this ammo type to here, and now I'm going to check that this one, I drag a note from I'm sorry, this one I should check that it is greater than 0, and also this maximum ammo is greater than 0, and also this current ammo is equal to 0. I drag a node from this current ammo and search for equal node. Alright, and now I drag a node from this one and search for AND boolean, because this condition and this condition should be true at the same time. Connect them both to this AND boolean, and here I drag a node and add a branch node and connect it to here. Now from true section of this branch node, I drag a node and add another branch node, and here I get my easy reloading boolean. Now I should check that this is not true, so I drag a node and search for not boolean and connect it to here. And now I drag and get a setter of this variable, connect the true part to here and set this one to true. And finally I'm going to call my reload event. Alright, now I'm going to this section here, my shooting events, start fire and stop fire. Here I drag a node and search for auto reload and connect it to here, and again for this stop fire that I created in previous episodes. Alright, now I compile and close this master weapon class. Now I open my character blueprint, BP third person character, and here in aim shoot graph where I added this reload input after this is valid, I'm going to call reload input event from my master weapon class. Alright, but before running the game I'm going to fix some of mistakes that I have made in creating this function inside master weapon. Here set bullet and reload. Here in this branch from in false section, here this current ammo shouldn't be connected to this one, so I disconnect it and connect it to mag size. And also here from this node, this ammo needed to reload should be connected to here, this button input, and this one should be connected to here, the above one. Alright, now I compile and close this, and don't worry about this function at all. I'm gonna share the link of all of these correct nodes in comment section. Okay, now I open, for example, this here in weapon folder. Here I have this animation, by the way, I have this animation for reloading, this one, and I'm going to use it. And here I open my assault rifle folder and this AK-47. Alright, here in reloading animation section I add this reload rifle hip montage, and the reload time is 1 second, and I think it is okay, and is reloading should be false by default. Okay, now I compile and run the game. Here I pick this AK, and right now I have 30 current ammo and 360 total ammo. I shoot 10 bullets. Now I press R, as you can see. Alright, and if I shoot whole mag, the reload auto reload function will work perfectly, as you can see. And if I set a lower number to this total ammo, for example, I set this total ammo to 20, a number below the ammo needed for reload. Alright, now for example here I need 23 ammo to fully reload my weapon, but now I have only 20 bullets, and in this state also this reloading function works perfectly. Alright, if this tutorial and this episode was useful for you, please like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.